Coverage of the National Football League from Virginia Beach here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Ravens of Virginia Beach. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
Let's go now.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for the Ravens. 40. Imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade, but I know they're happy to have him.
It is amazing, isn't it? But we have seen big-time guys change teams. Jimmy Graham, Brandon Marshall, and their new teams are really excited to have them because they provide big-time targets.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The Ravens had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Back to throw here. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
They'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Two yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 2nd down. When you look at this defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they try to go for it on 4th down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And that flag accepted.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 31 yards there and a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Tackle made by Grover Stewart. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll set up a throw. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Watson on 1st down. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way. Jalen Hyatt, 60 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Bengals 14, Ravens 7. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. A short throw caught by Andrews. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and
He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up second down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game.
Did.
Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There have been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
a gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Watson changing the play. Here's Watson now on second down. Steps away. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Bengals will get the football back. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 3rd and 9 here. To throw is Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it. Sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On play action, they'll throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he slings one that's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They'll look to throw again. Touchdown! From 17 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Elliott on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Watson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
31.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And, you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
They'll throw now on the final play. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Watson now to throw. He finds his man complete. And I think the ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it.
Oh, that was taking a big risk there. They faked the spike, hoping to catch a defense napping, and they weren't. In the end, this does wind up stopping the clock. But now you're looking at a 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Bengals have recovered it. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And they'll run on the inside handoff. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. 26 yards. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw it with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And we got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive down the numbers. There he goes. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all living on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. That'll give them 8 that time. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. They'll look to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Bengals 28, Ravens 21. Joey Sly set to kick
So they'll
off.
get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around. Oh, right on the heels of the pick six, another ball intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Watson.
At the 42-yard line.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Watson. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyreek Hill. Career touchdown number 136, tying him with Marshall Faulk for 7th on the all-time list. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns.
Joey Sly.
Sly for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Ravens 21. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. Look at the big man rumble. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. down the left sideline. How about this? And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll run with Mitchell. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5. Back to throw, Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and make
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Here comes the return from the very... And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give them a red light? Do you keep them in? Green light, let them go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I had.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket, and boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw here. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Ravens have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. So what a comeback here. They looked like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a 4th quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there and made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Fighting ahead at the 15. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. To throw on 2nd is Watson. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Trying the right side with Mitchell. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Complete right side to Hyatt. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Watson. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Now a pause for an injury, and that's the quarterback, Deshaun Watson, who's shaken up a bit. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Gets around him. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Sly on for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at 42 all. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Let's go now.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 21-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws, and that's another one right there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 77 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. 2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
It's a gain of a yard.
A big play here. 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Here comes 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard. 30-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll go down at the 28. Now the Bengals going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward, because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Here's 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Virginia Beach, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.